Hello. A few weeks ago we went to Fan X in Salt Lake, and for that I got him this costume. Ta-da! It's not bad, and since I am married to Pedro Pascal's clone, it really didn't matter how good his costume was, everyone loved it. But after going there and seeing so many other cool Mandalorian costumes, I realized I needed to step the game up. So my plan is to repurpose this and basically use the padded armor as a template. I'm thinking I will trace each of these armor pieces and then make the armor from EVA foam. I will show you a little try on first so you can see what it looks like before I do anything, if I can convince my husband to do that. Aww, he's just an angel.
It's not a bad looking costume, but it definitely doesn't look like real metal.
Before I can make anything out of the foam, I think I'm going to have to make a template out of cardstock, just to make sure that everything fits right and has the right angles. But before that, I need to trace onto something translucent. I don't really know what I'm doing, but let's get started.
I started by tracing everything on wax paper, and I tried to get as many of the little details as I could. Then I cut these out and then traced them onto poster board. It was at this point that I realized that the shape of the pegs I made didn't match the reference images, so I made some adjustments to mine. For the lower part of the chest, I had to build out from what I could trace from the costume because there were parts you couldn't see.
Now I'm going to take these pattern pieces I've made and work on any angles, and I'm going to cut them and tape them. I really don't know what I'm doing, in case that wasn't abundantly obvious. So definitely need to adjust some angles and stuff. Then we also have this piece here, which if you look at the reference images, it goes inward. So I guess I need to find a way to do that. Now we have to make this go in. So I guess we'll just fold the edges. Now we gotta create these other angles. I've gotta figure out how much to snip off of the corners to not ruin it. That's been tricky. Seems like just a tiny little sliver. We're gonna try and deal with this giant gap that I have left. I'm just gonna tape it as if I hadn't done that, and then we'll get a sense of what it should be like a little boat. That angle seems way off. Yeah, we need to retape this. You guys don't match anyway. You are obvious. Okay, so it's pretty clear it's just not big enough. Once we do the angles, should have thought about that. But at least if we tape it in, I can get a sense for how much bigger I need to make these sides. It looks like we need additional length and we need additional width. Tape it in place, because maybe I can kind of just use the tape to add on to the template. We can just kind of cut along the tape and maybe that could work. Perfect. See my nail here? I just broke it messing with the tripod. And then this will sit there somewhere. Maybe I'll connect them. We shall see. We shall see. I'm just going to cover all the parts on that armor. There's a really big gap through here. I don't think it has as big of a gap there, so I might want to just make this piece a little bit taller. We have our pattern pieces, and now it is time to cut them out of foam. I got to 5mm, which I hope is thick enough. It's too late to change it now, so it better be. I have a Sharpie, but is that going to show up? One down and a million to go. I'm going to turn the camera off now so I can watch a show.
That's cocky. I like that cocky.
confuse you. Today I need to sand and glue pieces together. I don't know what I'm doing yet again. So let's see if I can figure out how to use this. Does that go with that? Yeah. Can you turn this?
You got to turn it.
Oh, I made a grave error. Maybe if we loosen it a bit. Oh. Should we try it? Ah! So I've done this piece, which is going to connect down here. So I also need to shave down this edge a little bit because that's going to meet a piece coming this direction. So let's see if how that is fitting. Wait. What piece are you? Not the right one. I think that'll be good. Should we glue it? Should we glue it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
That is potent. Whew. Alright, here we go.
12 for you.
I think that's kind of staying.
Yay!
Woohoo! Well, that's not going to match up at all, is it? I think I glued this one too far over. Pretty sure I'm just destroying all of this. Let's glue it. Just why not? Oh, I probably should do that end too. Ah! Stay! Did I wait too long before putting this on now? Probably. Well, let's slap some more on. Go wrong. So peaceful. Stinky. I think this is definitely one of those things where you watch other people do it and you're like, oh yeah, that's simple, right? But then the actual doing of it is not. Or in other words, they make it look easier than it is. Or this is harder than it looks. Sure. But you will not stay, and that is problematic. Come on. Believe in yourself. Can come together as one. Ta-da! I probably should have heat formed this to make it less bendy. Ugh! That was dumb. I'm not really sure how to do this. Probably gonna burn myself. But that's alright. Let's work on this guy. This guy makes me nervous because it's a bit of a mess on the template. Okay, so we want it to go in that way. So I'm going to need to shave down this edge one direction and then like this edge the opposite direction, I think. I feel like I'm going to shave my finger. I need to shave you. You know what? Let's wait on that. You can wait. Settle down. Oh yeah, good thing I marked these. I would never know where to put them otherwise. So I finished putting together all of the bigger pieces yesterday. So now I'm up to the detail work. So right now I'm working on one of the gauntlets. I'm gonna keep going. Gonna sand some of these edges here to give like gradient steps down. I'm using thicker pieces for some of these details because the gauntlets are pretty like bulky. Ah! Okay, we're good. It is a new day and I have finished one gauntlet. So this other one to do, that's what I'm going to work on. I am just trying to think how to do this part, this cone, cylindrical part with the whistling birds, I think is what they're called from memory. But of course I need to go get the template. Oh no, I brought it, yay! Should probably make it a little bit wider than the image because it's like a 2D depiction of a 3D thing, so it should have more to it than that, right? So let's give it a little more. Now I think we need to do some sanding of these edges to make them sit flat. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do this like cone part. So I cut a triangle, but that apparently was the wrong thing to do. Kind of see it when I put it here. Okay, that worked. I didn't destroy it, so that's good. Today I am moving on to the bigger pieces. Thankfully I finished both of the gauntlets. I'm really happy with them. I think they look super cool. Now I just have to do the thigh pieces and the pauldrons. Well, I definitely screwed this up. Well, we'll just try to piece this together. Oh, is that what the problem is? I put it on backward. Oh no! Ah! Okay. Well, maybe I hadn't screwed that up as much as I thought. Now I've screwed it up. This thigh piece is done. I think this is the right side. Yeah, the right side. Best way to do this, honestly, because the Sharpie is not fine enough to get some of these details. Do I just kind of carve into this? I don't. Okay, I am pretty happy with that. We're up to the next step, which is to use quick seal on any of the seams that I don't want to be obvious. I usually use baby wipe when I'm doing the wall, so I might just try that here too. It's been 84 years and now I'm finally done sealing this stuff. So now the next step is to go spray all this stuff with Flexi Dip. It's not the best day for spray painting because it's been raining. I'm nervous. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! That's a problem.
I ended up doing 3 or 4 coats of Plasti Dip and then 2 coats of silver spray paint. Then I attached Velcro to the back of each piece and to the costume. And then it was finally done.
I love you.
Maybe like... Can you give us some of his lines?
This is the way. I can bring you in warm. I can bring you in cold.
Here it is. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I've never done something like this before. I never worked with foam, never made armor. So considering that, I'm really pleased with how I did. The details all look great. I was able to make those gauntlets look. The only issue is like this armor added a lot of weight and strain to this costume, and so as you can see here, it started to rip. So that's a bit of a problem. I'll have to sew that up. The other thing is that there's still a lot of texture to the armor, which I didn't realize would be the case. The Mandalorian's armor is so sleek and like flawless looking that this didn't quite do the job. The other issue is that it wasn't really the right color. It didn't match the helmet very well, but I just didn't have time to get another color. I'm not sure whether to change the color and to add a clear coat because a part of me really wants to 3D print some armor. I just have seen other people do that and make it look so good. So I'm still figuring that out. But that was a really fun project and it's fun to try new things and learn new skills. Thanks for watching this video. If you would like to see more of my chaotic projects, make sure to subscribe. I have some Christmas content I'm planning and I'll be back to costumes soon. Bye!